Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel. Welcome to another episode of Q&A. I play the game answering some of your questions, and today is Elektra. Elektra just went live a couple of days ago. She's a brand new hero, and a lot of you ask me how Elektra plays like. And I'm more than happy to just play a little bit of this game with you and just show you how she plays like. She's level 55. Usually at that level bracket, what I'll do is to do some story, because story give a lot of experience point, and I'm going to just play this game. And the title of this Q&A is really talking about the Blessing Hela. Now, for those who are new to the game, what does Blessing Hela means is that you could bless your artifacts like Bless the Hand of Doom. Then you see the orange text there, Blessing of Hela, 5%, plus 5% brutal strike, chance kind of thing. So it has been, like that for quite some time. This game was designed with the crit and brutal. Brutal is the crit of crit, and 5%. Is it a lot? Yeah, I mean, it is quite a fair bit. And if you have 4 of them, it's 20%. 20% brutal rating. Not the true brutal, because it doesn't mean that you have additional 20% more. It's just that if you have high crit, then you have more brutal. So that's how it goes. So there has been some rumor in the forum, and I don't blame it, because I always pay attention to what is listening and what people are talking about in the community. Sometimes I'm not sure if it is really from the community or just some Gazillion employee trying to gather some ideas from the crowd and to understand whether if they push up some kind of change, how would the reaction be. So if you follow my Q&A series, I've been talking about this Hela being potentially nerfed in the future, in time to come, and because of that, if you recall my video, I said that I'm not going to purchase any Hela. 58 already, by the way. From 55, was it 55 just now? Wonderful. So if you remember, I said that I would not purchase any Hela anymore, because whatever I purchase, because 300 OD mark put aside, and 400 OD mark for 4 of them is quite a fair bit, right? And so I've been stacking up a lot of this called lag, by the way. I've been stacking up a lot on the on credit chest. So I have 100 million in the bank, and I have another 45 million, so 145 million so far, to do a blessing transfer, because for less than $100,000 I can get a blessing transfer. So that's what I usually do. I stop purchasing Hela, because you never know whether it's still worth that much OD mark or not. Depends on how they're going to nerf the whole thing, right? And so what it really means to, hang on, I think I need to do this captain a little bit. So what it really means though is that I think for those of you who have been playing this game for quite, spending a lot of time playing this game, it doesn't really matter whether Hela's being nerfed or not. It affects people probably like myself a lot more, because I haven't been really spending a lot of time on the gear farming, but I get by all right. Why? Because with Hela, you potentially have very high kind of damage with the 4 blessing, and the reason why a lot of people, I think if you are really want to really widen the gap between the players, then nerfing Hela is the way to go. Why is it so? Because right now, if you equip a grade 70 unique or grade 70 legendary or grade 80 legendary, I mean it doesn't really make a lot of difference, to be honest, because just because by Hela alone is already so high, the quantum of it. So I mean, some see that as an issue. Myself, I see it as a sort of like an advantage, that I do not need to spend so much time in getting all these items just to be good, because with Hela, I've got quite a lot of stuff. But of course, on the flip side is that you don't really feel a difference between like I'm using this artifact versus the artifact is like 1-2%. I mean, I know some of you even talk to me like some of the specialization. When you actually go and equip something, you're looking at maybe a couple of percentage difference in kill time. It is negligible. Why even bother, right? So I mean, I think that is a motivation of it. But I mean, for some, I would have a problem if Hela is not for every heroes. But I don't have a problem because Hela is for every hero. And what it really means is that it's not like there are some heroes being disadvantaged because of this blessing. It's just the way the game goes, right? I'm level 59 already, by the way, from 55. It is just the way that how the game goes. And since every hero has a 20% brutal, then that to me that's not an issue, right? But if you want to see like more noticeable difference when you equip certain gear or not, then yeah, I mean I agree. Hela has to be nerfed down so as to see other things being shined, and that would also mean that if you are wow, that was really fast, man. I was totally taken, like, hang on, let's just like, yeah, so, so the whole thing really, wow, 60 already, man, on the screen. See, that's how fast you get when you do some story at that bracket. Yeah, so, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm really hoping that they do not nerf it too much, because that may sort of like pose a lot of challenge in some of us who are not really spending so much time and money to boost ourselves to get some of these OD marks and so on. And but you know what? Hang on a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to equip my Elektra. I'm going to go into Cosmic Gate and just show you Cosmic Gate as well while I'm playing this game, right? I'll be back, all right? Welcome back, and here I am. Just very short time I gear my Elektra sort off. I still have two unique gear that's only level 51 and 50, so but the rest of it is 69. So I don't know, man. I hope this will do. Yeah, I mean I'm keen to see what Elektra plays like in the Cosmic Trial. And I heard that I know some of you give me a lot of tips, knowing that I'm a little bit behind you guys. And but there's a lag here. Knowing that I'm a little bit behind you guys, and and say that some of these mobs can be one shot by Elektra. So I'm keen to see how it's going to play out for me. And will they nerf it? Nerf is the word of the 2016 Marvel Heroes. Will they nerf that? I do not know. I think, I mean, it's it may trivialize the whole entire Cosmic Trial for her. So. Anyway, and this is Elektra. I've turned off all the number because I need to see the mark. I can't really see the mark if I can't, if I don't. And if I don't, turn off the number, it's very hard for me to see the mark. So I've decided to turn it off. I don't know whether it's a good thing to turn it off or not. I don't know whether it's good for you guys to see or not, because you can't really see any numbers that fly up, brutal or not, well, my apologies in advance. It's just a bit hard to deal with all this mark and so on. And maybe later on I'll sort of enable that just for you guys to see the brutal rating and so on. And I'm just I don't know, man. I'm using a build that's for my that's quite decent for my leveling. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to be good enough for Cosmic Trial or not. So please don't copy my build yet. And hang on a sec. There's a lot of things happening right now. Elektra is not really very good for area damage, and well, maybe just the power that I picked up, but just way too many cooldowns. So now this is the one that I could one shot this guy. See, is it? Wow, I saw like haven't done. Okay, see whether one shot. Yeah, okay, one down. Then yep, that's nice. And Wow, it's taking a while. I think maybe a better gear would have helped. One shot. Yep. Yeah, so you could one shot all these like Hellbuster. Okay, now it's Madam Hydra time. I'm not going for any time here. I mean, in case if you feel that, wow, how come, so because my gear is still not really good enough for the Cosmic Trial yet, I think. But like I always say, new heroes and newly revealed heroes is always very powerful, and I'm hoping to be able to do something here. All right. Okay. Yep, this is going to take a while. I can feel it. And it's interesting though. It seems like, okay, let me see how, one shot. Okay, done. So easy right now for Elektra. Yeah, my legendary is still only rank 3. And maybe it doesn't really matter. My whole bar is on cooldown. What can I do? Just spam the main spender, I guess. Right? Yeah. Alright, man, I don't think it'll be any issue at all, really. Yeah, it's just a walk in the park, man, really, for Elektra. I'm glad to hear that they have, they have done something good after the test center kind of like fiasco. Well, test center is always a bit, tuning is not there, as always. I say to you all that it's not really how the hero may be like. But in terms of the, in terms of what I've observed in the test center, I mean, those things still valid. If you want to do a range kind of blow dart kind of mechanism, it's super hard to even target the right kind of like target. And it kind of shows as well. Sometimes this game is just still very hard to target things, and right. And well, I mean, it's just one of those things that you have to kind of like, if you play this game, you have to be aware of all this like targeting. And my blow dart is still missing. Maybe you guys can do a better job than me. And I'm very happy that they removed the vulnerability requirement from the blown dart. The one that should have like a poison damage over time. I haven't looked into the number though. Maybe I really need to do that in terms of my number perspective. So meanwhile, I'm still working my way through this. Man, this is taking a while. Right. Okay. Time to look in the number again. I was sort of like, can I do a shortcut without looking at number all the time? Maybe I need to look at number. Wow, this Red Skull is up already. Maybe I should just quickly dispatch all these things. Alright, okay. 3 minutes. Okay, man. Maybe I'll just like, let's just, maybe let's focus on Red Skull first. Wow, this red thing on the floor is kind of bad. Alright. In any case, I need to dispatch to which one shot the guy as well. Wow, I can't even get in there, man. How am I going to get in there? I go to the ultimate after the Sentinel is down and the okay, Sentinel is there. I heard that you can one shot this Sentinel, so what I'll do, I'll just beat by my time here. Mark him. Is it Mark? I got Mark. Okay, done. One shot. And why not just do an ultimate? Okay, man. I don't think I can control my character during the ultimate. And that's about it. Okay, what can I do? One shot. Right, done. Yeah, so easy. Elektra, yay. Oh man, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Elektra as well. I'll probably do it in the Cosmic Hightown. That's where I will farm my gear these days. No point doing MM anymore. Well, at least not for me, because they equalize all the loots, and even if it's more difficult, that's fine too. Done. So that is the. I didn't even sweat this time round. It's just how easy it is. It's definitely easier than the Iron Fist. And okay, so I'm going to sort of like pause here. I'm going into the Cosmic Hightown and just talk a little bit more about the back to the topic of the nerf of Hela Blessing. Alright, Cosmic Hightown, and with me Elektra versus Gordon. That I see whether turning off the number will be better for me or not, because I always can't see whether Gordon is taking a sword and so like aim onto me. So with this, I'm hoping that I'm able to see better what Gordon is doing. And if he give me a no, still can't see. There's no like understanding of where things are. So in this game, you just like hope for the best and and just like head for it. And I got a unique and some nice gear. And well, I mean, I'm sort of like I haven't really seen like Cosmic Hightown or Petrol after they sort of nerfed the XP a little bit. So it's well nerfed the Cosmic Meta Manhattan, but I think this is quite a good place to be right now for the Cosmic Hightown. So that's good. Finally, I got a chance to play this one, and the wow, it really hit hard. Hey, oh man, Elektra, nice. More experience point for me to level my legendary. Beautiful. Okay, that's yeah. So I think going back to the topic about the nerfing of the Hela is that I think in a way this game it doesn't mean that the more Audimat you invest. Whoa, that was like what happened, my friend. It doesn't really mean that the more Audimat you invest, man, this is hard. You know, the better gear is, for example, if you look at the level 70, grade 70 legendary versus the grade 80 legendary, I'm pretty sure it is not. You're not going to get like 3 times or more in terms of performance when it comes to this. When it comes to this, wow, this is really hard. When it comes to the, you know, the OD mark versus the kind of DPS that you get from it. So I don't think it worked that way. No, I think I need to what? I think I need to change my spec a little bit. This is, wow. I've been I've invested on the on the melee build, and I think I should have gone back to my test center, which is the range build, or range Quansi range build. So yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't really like you know, it doesn't mean that wow, I can't even talk here really. Let me just focus on here. Wow, hang on. Yeah, so I've been thinking about the, you know, the first 300 or 400 OD mark, of course, will give you the most bang for the buck, which is the blacksmith itself, and the another extra 300 will give you the legendary, and the and then, you know, if you so wish to do the other one, which is the grade 80, you spend about 1,000 OD mark to get it. So to me, it's always the case whereby there's a quantum whereby, you know, everybody can get there, and then, you know, the more powerful you become, the more time you need to invest or more effort you need to invest in it. So I thought the game design has always been that way, but it seems maybe they want to do something different to Hela. So I'm hoping that they are not going to do anything drastic, you know. And, but I don't know, man. I mean, I always read the trend, like, you know, what should I go for like Gordon instead? Yeah, I always read the trend and, like, you know, what is going to happen to this game. And hang on a sec, because Gordon has the has a god killer, but then the event is coming up in just a bit. I don't think I have enough people here right now to sort of play with me. I don't think this is a large group that we have, so it's going to be a little bit hard when you don't really have a lot of, like, in my state of excitement, I press the wrong key. Yep. Yeah, so ooh, jailbreak. This is so hard and so long. Must be the build that I'm using, maybe. Alright. And the okay, so let's talk about the Elektra. You know, besides the fact that she's a ninja, so to me she played like Psylocke 2.0. Now I always joke that because the way that she moved, the way that, you know, her whole, like, you know, stealth works and jailbreak, the whole thing that her like stealth move and so on. It's just like the it reminds me of Psylocke a lot. The way that I have to like move around quite a fair bit and not to just stand there. And I mean that is the part that I thought is quite interesting. I thought I would hate it, but then because you guys know how much I love Psylocke. Anything that plays like Psylocke actually is quite a bonus for me. But definitely, she I don't know, man. Seems like taking forever, huh? This is what happened when you try to solo a cosmic kind of like environment, and it's just taking so long. I would need to probably call in my friend for reinforcement, but now I mean there are so many options to do like petrol, like you can do 3 of them, and after a break you can do 3 of them, and and I think people just get spread out to some may prefer on the some may prefer to do the MM or ICP, because I think right now it's ICP on the cosmic. Wow, hang on, this is like this guy there's a captain there. I don't know whether it's doable or not, man. Wow, okay, fine, all dead except the boss. Come on, man, Gordon, it's between me and you, and for this much effort I expect you to drop something cool for me like the God Killer. Not that I'm farming for it though, by the way. Even if I got it, I don't think I'll use it at all. Only for one hero that I'll use it, Magic, and the for farming Omega point. And by the way, my Omega point is still like less than about 8.5, so it's nothing really to cheer about, and still like mid tier, not really that fantastic. Well, I mean, for all this effort, what do I get? Just a bit of Nausea runes, and I'm defeat Scroll Elektra, so I'm going to go in, try to defeat myself, the Scroll version, of course, and the so. Yeah, I mean, I think I gear quite hard for defense. So whatever you're seeing here, that is very much it's because I'm sort of like gearing very hard for defense. So I don't know whether if you don't gear for defense, what is going to happen to your hero. And I still feel her a little bit fragile, just as the test center. But if you do pay attention a little bit on the defense, I think she's still quite doable so far. I mean, her health is pretty high, but that's also because the gear that I choose though, right? And I'm using a crit damage costume, and I'm also using a bit of defense kind of thing. I want to show it to you, but without taking my eyes off the screen and getting killed by Elektra getting killed by Elektra, right? But I have a really fun time leveling Elektra, I have to admit that, and it's just that the area damage a bit low, but I picked like an area range spender to sort of help me through this very kind of challenging time of leveling. But after a while, I mean, you kind of know that she's one of those heroes that is not going to be having a lot of area. So you have to play it more like picking up target one by one. And I mean, right now, all the power looks really generic to me, man. I mean, and there's besides the mark mechanism, if you see a little mark on top of this guy mark here, and it will do a little bit special things. But besides that thing there, I mean, all the rest of the mechanism is very much like what I've seen before. A lot of power, just like Psylocke. Even the traveling power look like Psylocke, and you may say that the things like behind you is kind of like quite interesting because you can one shot the elite. But then if you look at Psylocke, I mean, I have Assassinate as well, which is also execute function to it. So it is just like Psylocke, and I'm just taking forever to do this one. Right, I should establish a chat room to call in my friend to help whenever I need help. Like this one on video, it's just so embarrassing. But I'm doing all my best. I mean, I'm hoping that there are some unique that would help me through. And I'm still waiting for the slot 2 and 3. But I don't think slot 2 and 3 are free for DPS. Usually 4 and 5 is for DPS. So I thought I am sorted. I'm alright. And Right, definitely I need a different build. But I saw that I picked some of the power like clear the air, not because it's great. It's just that I do need some kind of like an area clearer. You know, not just for single targets, and it just happened to be one that I could use. And come on, man, wow. Maybe I should do away with the ninja, man. Seriously, the two ninja are like, come on, execute. All right. Okay. So I'm going to turn on the double unit at least. I hope it will give me the useless. All this like, you know, just laugh at my face. What loot? What loot, man? This ain't no loot. This is like a pure embarrassment. I play like, you know, like what kind of unique is this, man? Seriously. Yeah, these are like pet. It's for my chest, for my credit chest, right? Yeah, I think, you know, I'm man, me and Gordon again. Do I really want to do that? Really? Why not, man? I'm addicted to this game. Like, you know, so if you like farming, so this is what happens when you farm. Really? Right. I'm going to do ultimate here, man. This is like taking forever. Okay, so this is ultimate of Elektra. I can't really see anything that happened. I think she's sort of like, you know, go into some kind of like a mode that a lot of area thingy. Alright, Magia. Wow, this is, I hope this is faster a little bit. I got a splinter here. Alright, so I don't know. I mean, you guys find it interesting? I mean, Elektra. So what, I mean, she has specialization, but it really doesn't really do a lot of things, man. The specialization is, it's just whether you want to have one ninja, two ninja, or no ninja. Great, how original is this? I mean, you know, you've seen in the test center, I told you guys that specialization means very little for Elektra. So, just like I said, and there's a lot of hotbar dancing, and I managed to find a build that is not really testing on the hotbar, so, you know, but also mean that everything is on cooldown. How jailbreak. This is good, man. This is like I have a lot of practice right now to how to jailbreak kind of thing. Yeah. Can I one-shot this guy? No. You see, mini boss tag. I would not be surprised that they would tag the you know, the Cosmic Trial, the Sentinel, as well as the Hellbuster, as well as the you know, Bodyguard of Madame Hydra to be like a mini boss, because then, you know, as Elektra you won't be able to. Why am I getting? I'm doing signature and I getting like yeah. Alright. So I'm 8.5k Omega, and I'm just taking forever. And this is not a leveling build, by the way. I choose my Omega to maximize the amount of damage that Elektra can do, and well, it's just not working out. What can I do? Or the health is so high. Really, I mean, if you are Odin boosted, you know, Odin boosted, I think yeah, I seriously think that it is a waste of money if you try to farm Odin Mark. Or you just need a very huge group to be committed, or rated to be committed to do a lot of things, you know, on this thing. But yeah, this is what happened when you when you solo an instance, and it's really no fun. Let me see what kind of unique I have. Another Santa Claus. I mean, this game sucks, man. Oh, sorry, I mean, you know, this game, the drop is just so bad. Seriously. Man, I mean, I'm hoping for some kind of like, you know, good loot. I mean, this is plus fighting, but everything is red. What can I do, right? I mean, it's still useless. Still useless. So I'm going to just probably do one more wave, and I'll leave you guys alone. Then you can sort of like decide whether you want Elektra or not Elektra. Meanwhile, I'll probably be using another build to just test it out a little bit, because this is. This may not be too effective. Maybe it's me, alright? Maybe it's just the way that how, you know, Elektra plays like. I don't know, man. But I mean, clear the air is actually not too bad in terms of all this scenario, because all these things are going to take a while to do it. I think it's just the health of the boss that's just way too high. I mean, all these things. I mean, I'm able to one shot. I mean, I'm able to destroy quite a lot of them rather easily. You know. Yeah, 300 of them, man. Woohoo! You know, after you play Magic, when everything just melts in terms of, even if I choose the worst specialization, you sort of like, wow, I mean, you know, this is a new hero for you, Elektra. So yeah, I mean, is there anything that I would like to sort of like change my mind on the test center pre-order? Don't bother. I think a lot of the points still valid, and but you know, I think they improved something, but there's still quite a lot of things that may not be working out, at least for me. Seems quite all right. And yeah, I mean, you know, back to the topic of the Hela Nerf. I mean, these are just some speculation. You never know what's going to happen. And but what do you guys think about it, though? I mean, you know, would you feel sad or bad that the Hela will get nerfed, and you know, the blessing, or are you investing a lot on the blessing anyway these days? Or, you know, let me know in the comment box below. Always keen to hear what you think. I mean, I wouldn't want to talk too much about it. I have a lot in my mind as well on the Hela. But I'm trying to stay objective here, you know. Wow, this is like, yeah, I'm trying to stay objective here, and, you know, not just thinking about whether it would, what it means to me and also to a lot for you as well. I think for a new player, it doesn't really matter, you know, whether it is going to be like, you know, 20%. Wow, hang on, let me just... whether it's going to be 20% or 30%, you know, 20% brutal, or you're going to nerf until become like, you know, 8%, you know, maybe it wouldn't matter too much for you. Mainly for those who are, you know, fail. So there is a timer to it. So okay, I don't think I'll do any more here. Hightown is a waste of my time, really. The job is so terrible, it's just so slow, and well, just not enough people in this zone right now. Ghost town. It reminds me of like yeah, one of those, you know, good old days when the whole patrol is all by yourself, but then right now the thing is just taking too long, and I'm just going to sort of like probably relax a little bit, try to find a way to upgrade my two gear, and maybe I'll just play some Midtime Madness when Monday comes. Today is Sunday for me, so I hope you enjoy this game right now, and it is the Mayhem event, so do farm some kind of like, that remind me I should go into story chapter 10 as well for Elektra, do farm some of the PowerPoint and so on. So yeah, till the next time I see you, have fun. All right, bye.